Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I want to go ahead and get another chart TA video out there, starting with our Bitcoin chart TA. All right, so we've had Bitcoin prices move up in the past couple of days, and the reason for that has been the whales have been buying Bitcoin and driving the price higher. What we have here is the 1 minute chart, and we can see that we've had within about 3 to 5 minutes, we've had over 100 Bitcoin being purchased. And then over the next 10 minutes or so, we have another 80 or so Bitcoin. And this is just the beginning here, right? This pushed the price from 16,200 to about 16,500 or so. Now, if we go and zoom in even more, we can see that we have one big Bitcoin whale buying, and it drove the price dramatically from 16,500 all the way up to 16,600. And the reason for that is because they came in and they bought almost 200 or so Bitcoin, and that was in about a minute. Now, if we take a look at where it is right now, we've seen some selling pressure show up on the actual price itself. We're going to go ahead and zoom out and take a look at the hourly. And so what we have here is a number of big buys coming in. We have the RSI, which was previously overbought. I was saying that yesterday. I thought it was overbought, and that was about here or so when you have it all the way up to 73 on the hourly. So it came all the way back down again. Now it's testing support. RSI is testing the hourly support, and we'll see if that comes back down again. However, I do not personally trust any of these little bear market rallies while the trend is negative, and the trend right now is negative. I have in another descending triangle here, or some would call it a bear pennant. So if you take a look at this, we can see that the overall trend for the price has been very negative. And then we have that support level here at 15,700, and that's been holding up the entire Bitcoin market. And so basically what I'm saying here is that the trend continues, that support is going to be breached and we're going to be heading lower. And I do think that's probably a likely outcome. However, Bitcoin right now is also extremely oversold, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get another little bit of a bear market bounce. But I think overall, the price action is still negative and we are coming under this support level. The next thing I want to show you is the fact that the volume here is decreasing, and it's decreasing pretty rapidly because we started off the 8th of November here at about 12,000 or so Bitcoin. That was that major dump that we saw. And then now it has been decreasing rather substantially. Okay. And so what this means is that you have less people who are interested in trying to buy or sell this dip. Right now, there's a lot of investors that are just waiting on the sidelines to figure out where Bitcoin is going and to see where the actual bottom is. So we've seen this decline, this pretty rapid decline in the volume. All right. And then additionally with Bitcoin, I'm going to go ahead and show you the funding rate. So the funding rate has been swapping between bears being dominant and then our longs being dominant, shorts being dominant, longs being dominant, shorts being dominant. It's been flip-flopping the whole way over the last couple of days. And so the market is entering kind of a tug-of-war type of period of sideways consolidation before I think the next big drop that we're going to wind up seeing. I think that this right here is setting up to be a bull trap. And the reason for that is the fact that the price action, again, in the medium term, short to medium term, is still very negative, and bulls are stepping in here, and they're going to get trapped if the price moves lower, and you're going to see a larger amount of liquidations like we've seen the past couple of days. And I do think that that is the likely scenario. Now, if we go ahead and also take a look at Glassnode's report that they put out recently, Glassnode puts out a weekly report about Bitcoin, and there's something that I was looking at I thought was very important that I wanted to share with you. And what they have here is the Bitcoin total supply held by long-term holders, okay? And what we have here is over, I'd say about the last couple of days, what they've seen is a significant decline in the number of Bitcoin held by long-term holders. And they define a long-term holder as somebody who's held Bitcoin for about 155 days. So what we've seen here is about an 84,000 Bitcoin decline from the peak here, and it's fallen that far. So what that tells me is that some of the longer-term holders are selling. Okay, they're selling, and they sold 84,560 Bitcoin. That's normally what you would wind up seeing when you see a severe bear market. You see capitulation with the long-term holders, because once you get past a certain point, about 155 days, they're much less likely to sell. Now we're starting to see that capitulation going here. And to me, what this screams is that the fact that we're very close to a Bitcoin bear market bottom. When I say very close, I mean probably within the next 1 to 3 months. That's where I think we are currently. And if you're looking for indicators that there has been stress and capitulation in the Bitcoin market, this right here screams volumes. And I definitely recommend, if you guys are interested, to check out Glassnode's on-chain newsletter. The week on-chain newsletter. Okay, definitely recommend you take a look at that. They have a lot of good information on here. Okay, and then we're also going to go ahead and take a look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum still sideways, not a lot of movement here, just mainly chopping, moving downwards a little bit. You can see there's also kind of a descending triangle going on here with Ethereum as well in the short term. And this one's a lot more pronounced than Bitcoin, because you have a lot more of these candles that will touch that trend line. So it's looking to be the very similar story as Bitcoin for Ethereum. And what you're watching out for is that level here, that 1100 level, extremely vital for Ethereum to hold that 1100 level. And if it doesn't, it's coming back down here to about 1034, or maybe even down to about 1,000 or so is what I was looking at. Also for Binance, so Binance Coin looking pretty good the past day or so. We've had a pretty huge day in Binance Coin so far. It's up 10% today, and it looks like it's trying to break the trend. However, it literally is right in the middle of a resistance point right here, and that resistance point seems to be a fairly strong resistance point, and that's at about 299, so about 300 or so. Not surprising, considering that's strong psychological resistance and a nice round number. So the way it looks is that Binance Coin's probably going to wind up chopping sideways for a bit. There's also one other thing I want to talk about, and that is Solana real quick here. So Solana has been on a pretty major decline. I have not talked about Solana in a while. Solana got hit really hard by the FTX collapse because they're huge supporters of Solana. And right now, Solana is actually below the ICO price, back up here at about $36. In fact, it's below the low of that, which is $22, and it is now $13. So we've seen some pretty massive volume here coming in for selling for Solana, and it has never been this low before. But Solana's still relatively new. It's only about 2 years old or so. So what you look for if you're looking to examine the chart TA on Solana is that it has to hold this line right here, and it's like right on the line at $12 or so. This $12 level, and if it doesn't hold this level, I don't even know where Solana's going, honestly, because there is nothing. There's no price action in here whatsoever. There's nothing. It could just go all the way down to a point. I don't think it's going to hit zero, but it could lose another 50%. That's entirely possible. Alts get hit really hard, but I just don't know where it's going. It's really hard to chart Solana when there's not enough data to chart it. So, but if you're interested in it, it has to hold this level. And if it doesn't hold this level, look out below, basically, at that point. Okay? So, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, let me know, like, subscribe, and also go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to see you in the next video.